Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Misadventure Vietnam, which is the name of my blog. Haven't written anything in a while, but I'm changing, transitioning from the whole writing process to weblogging, which I feel is more, I don't know, feels more natural. So, anyways, one of the most interesting topics that or people have been asking the most um, about Vietnam is like how I met my girlfriend, and people are wondering like, oh, what's going on with that? Because of course we're all naturally, inquisitive about those things, including myself. So no point in hiding any of those things, and I really don't have anything to hide. So. Um, Let's see. So let's start from the beginning. Most people are wondering, like, hmm, how did you meet her? Dating service? Introduced through your parents? Arranged marriage? What's going on? I mean, like, isn't that how it usually works in Vietnam? So the story of how I met her was, if you don't know already, I came back to Vietnam through a volunteer project called Education for the Poor. And a friend of mine, Aicho, she introduced me to the program, and I was like, oh, since I'm going plan on going back to Vietnam anyways, I might as well um, do something worthwhile. So that's how I initially got introduced to the program. And she was part of the program last year, and she was learning English as well as this year, but she wasn't a student of mine. So what ended up how it all began once upon a time. So once upon a time, my friend Aichel was gonna go eat bún bò Huế, beef noodle with her friend from last year. So then I was like, hey, like I didn't get no invite or something like that, you know. So what ended up happening was it was myself, Daniel, I Chow, and Quing Chow, and Thuy, but I didn't know her name at the time. So it was like a Sunday morning, and we went to go eat bún bò Huế. It was good, spicy, and right off the bat, like I noticed she just had a really open personality, very talkative and free spirited kind of way. So I mean, even within eating a meal with her, I got that feeling already. So when after we ate, we finished, and then we went to a cafe that's like she worked at a hotel, and above the reception floor, which is the first floor, the second floor is a bar slash coffee shop, coffee place. So we went there, and we just sat around and chatted. She was sitting next to me on my right, and we just talked about like random stuff in a group. But then like something that I just did was that I noticed myself. I was like joking around with her and like talking, and then she was laughing and this and that, and I was like, Henry, are you flirting with her? I was like, yeah, I am. You are flirting with her. And I was like, why are you flirting with her? Like, you barely know this girl. And at the same time, like, you're back in Vietnam. I'm sure there's other girls out there. Like, you don't want to give the wrong impression because, you still want to keep your options open. So that's what I'm saying to myself. But at the same time, like, as I was thinking about it, like, I just couldn't help myself, like just joking around with her, talking, and like all these things felt natural. So even though I was like in my head, I was like, stop, don't do it anymore. Like hold your horses. It's a lot easier to say than to actually do because just with our personality, it's very open, very um, lighthearted. So I don't know exactly how to describe it, but there's just certain people that radiate a positive energy, and she just doesn't take herself too seriously and likes to joke around, likes to laugh, and just very, very open. So what ended up happening was, that was initially how we met. So it was an introduction, just as friends, from a mutual friend of ours, Aicho, and we got introduced that way as friends. And then from there, like, I got her phone number, and then I just remember saying that, talking with her on the phone and this and that, and like, um, let's see. I'm. I mean, just in general, like the overall feel of it, it just was very smooth. I would say. I mean, there's just certain, in my experience, I would say there's certain girls that I've dated where it's like I really have to try hard in order to get like their number, or this and that, or get on the first date. And just with her, it's kind of like it's always, in the beginning, it's always been friend zone. So it's always been very natural and very easy to get to know her, no pressure at all. And I would say my initial thoughts of her was like, I would look at her and I say, she's not the most beautiful girl that I've ever met in my life. But at the same time, like, her personality radiates optimism, happiness, a sense of humor. So one of the things that pops out the most about her personality is she likes to laugh, and she has a sense of humor. And sometimes I have no effing clue what the hell she's laughing at. Sometimes I'll just look at her and then she'll start laughing, and I'm like, what the hell? I just don't get it, But she just says she doesn't laugh with other people. It's just, I don't know, something about me that makes her laugh all the freaking time. So, hey, who knows? Me. So, the the let's see. On a side note, an ongoing joke with myself and my best friend On is that he once went out with a girl that they went together to eat dinner or something like that, and I remember that yeah, she said something to him. She, as he was describing, she said that, wow, On, you're so interesting and funny. And when he told me that story, I was like, On, like, she's known you for like 2 weeks, and she flat out says you're interesting and funny. And I go, I've known you for 4 to 5 years, and I've never said those things ever. And I'm your best friend. So you might want to take it easy with this girl. Random things. Okay. So anyways, to clear up everything, that is how I initially met her. And not through a dating service, not through online. I wasn't chatting with her while I was in America. Um, Not through arranged marriage. She didn't pick me up on the corner of the street or anything like that. So yeah, so that's how we met. Any questions? Hopefully not. That's how we met. So I'll just continually produce like these little tidbits of our relationship, so that a lot of people in America, or just a lot of people in general, have questions about my relationship and how it works, and does she really like me, or is she just trying to get my money? I'm poor, by the way. Or she's just trying to, look at me as a one-way ticket over to America, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, all those circumstances happen, and I do keep those things in mind. At the same time, like, yeah, and at the same time, like, it's progressed really, really quickly. So, people have questions about that as well, the legitimacy of our relationship. But peace out.